Here on Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us on this June 12th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. She's a little more awake than me to start this morning, right?
Yes and no. I just spilled an entire cup of coffee on the bottom part of my dress, so it's a good thing sitting down here, but less awake that the coffee did not go inside my body, just on my dress.
That's true. Nice little jolt, though, to get you up. This is about 4 minutes ago this happened, guys.
Nice and warm.
Got to go on the fly, but Lauren's a champ, and she's still going to be here with us through Daybreak. No problem. So is Elisa Raffa, of course. She's got a first check of your weather as you wake up on this Tuesday morning.
I would be so mad. That's when I'd be like, sorry, guys, I'm done for today. I failed already.
Yep.
Time to go back to bed.
Picture on Twitter or something. I don't know.
It's 69 degrees right now in Springfield. We've got clouds. Did you hear the thunder? Just a couple of minutes ago, a line of thunderstorms just rolled through. It fired up overnight to our north and west around Kansas City, and that whole line has come through the Ozarks this morning. You could see the line a little bit kept more together up to the north, and as it's pushing south, it is kind of losing its intensity. No warnings right now, but we are watching this cluster of thunderstorms in Newton and McDonald counties here. That's where we could find 50-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. That's sub-severe but pretty strong. And then we've got a cluster of more thunderstorms to the south of Springfield. It came through the metro with gusts to 42 miles per hour. These thunderstorms sitting to the south around Nixa, Ozark have locally heavy rain and lots of lightning in them. The fuel for the storms is really diminishing, which is why we're seeing this line kind of pull apart. So we've got these thunderstorms this morning, a lull around lunchtime, and then we'll have more storms possible as we head through the afternoon. Details on the timing of these storms and a severe threat, we'll do that in 10 minutes.
In some news from around the region, it's time for a fresh start. That was the message from Missouri Governor Mike Parson when he spoke to state lawmakers yesterday. Parson mentioned the political turmoil that came with former Governor Eric Greitens' brief time in office. Parson urged lawmakers to get back to business serving the people of Missouri.
Today, in this chamber, we have the opportunity for a fresh start, to elevate the tone of our political discourse, to recommit ourselves to the values that made our system of government the envy of the world.
Parson will speak with city leaders at the Springfield Chamber of Commerce at 8 o'clock this morning. Then he'll travel down to Branson for a 10 o'clock meeting. Both stops are part of Parson's statewide listening tour.
Some more local news this morning. It's been 9 months since Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, and the island is still trying to recover. Locally, Convoy of Help is also trying to still help out. Paul Koralewski and his wife have specifically been working in the community of Toa Alta, rebuilding 9 homes for people who lost shelter.
I know in the village that we're at, there's about 400 people that live there, 180 homes, and about 80% of those homes were damaged. So that's why we've kind of chosen that area to work and to try to do all that we can there.
He will be in Puerto Rico until December of next year, at which point he hopes that this country is fully, or the territory is fully recovered. If you would like to help donate, you can find a link to Convoy of Help on our story that we have here from OzarksFirst.com.
In our kids' health coverage on this Tuesday, a simple life jacket can make or break a child's chance of surviving a water accident, yet every year some kids go without. I met with Bass Pro Shops to find out how much fit matters.
Or foam vests come in 2 different sizes, so basically there's a 30 to 50 pound and then there's a 50 to a 90 pound. So the key is making sure that the buckles are snug to the body, and then when you pull up on the shoulder pads or on these shoulders, you want to make sure that this doesn't come up over their ears or basically up over their head.
Now, infant life jackets are also widely available. They come with an extra foam piece you can see there at the top of the life jacket, and also a strap at the bottom to go in between an infant's legs. Closer fitting neoprene jackets are the best option for water sports, as they have a little bit of a tighter fit. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, 84% of drowning deaths by boat were not wearing a life jacket, and actually half of recreational boating fatalities happen in calm water. Kids 7 and under must wear one unless they're in the under part cabin area of a boat, and anyone who does not know how to swim, of course, whether in a pool or on a boat, should wear a life jacket at all times. Now, we do want to remind you this is a very serious safety issue. Parents or caregivers can be prosecuted for child abuse or neglect if something bad happens to a child under their supervision, especially if it could have been prevented. Drowning deaths without a life jacket are included.
You're right to know this morning the Miller County Sheriff's Office is investigating after human remains have been found. The Missouri State Highway Patrol Division of Drug and Crime Patrol is assisting in the investigation. This is happening in a rural area of Miller County. A cause of death has not been announced at this time, but an autopsy is scheduled, and we will bring you more information as we receive it.
Happening around the world after months of speculation as to whether any meeting would even happen, President Trump and Kim Jong-un met in Singapore.
The two leaders sounded optimistic that their summit would prove to be productive. CBS's Kylie Atwood is there and has more details.
President Trump and Kim Jong-un shook hands amid a backdrop of U.S. and North Korean flags. It was the first time a sitting U.S. president came face-to-face with a North Korean leader.
A lot of progress, really very positive. I think better than anybody could have expected. Top of the line.
The two leaders signed an agreement the president insists will lead to major changes on the Korean peninsula.
This is going to lead to more and more and more, and it's an honor to be with you. Today, we had a historic meeting and decided to leave the past behind.
Earlier, the two men met privately for an hour during a one-on-one meeting. Shortly after, they had an expanded discussion with top-level staff.
The White House says its goal is complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula. North Korea wants economic relief and security guarantees.
Ambassador Joseph Detrani, who was the U.S. Special Envoy for six-party talks with North Korea between 2003 and 2006, says the people Kim brought to the negotiating table show he's serious.
He's there with people who know the outside world, certainly know the U.S., and that tells me something else. I think he is prepared to make that move.
President Trump, when asked whether he would invite Kim to the White House, responded, quote, "Absolutely, I will." Kylie Atwood, CBS News, Singapore.
Part of the signed agreement declares vaguely that North Korea will commit to work toward complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula.